All right, we still got that freezing rain moving through our area. We've seen multiple bands of freezing rain tracking through the San Antonio area over the past several hours, and we'll continue seeing that trend as we head throughout the night. A few more smaller bands will be passing on by, and we've already seen a decent amount track on through, and even some heavier bands as well. We're going to pull up the radar real quick, and I'll also show you guys there is a little bit of a transition over to mainly sleet over the far northern portions of our viewing area, and we even have had little areas with sleet mixed into the freezing rain, like you can see right here. Just to the west of Austin, you can see a little bit of blue popping up in the radar, but many of us still seeing that freezing rain. That's extending out to the west in Medina County, moving all the way up towards the Fredericksburg area. And as we go throughout the rest of the night, I think we'll continue to see these bands move to the east and even the northeast as well. Seeing a little bit of a dry spell out to the west, out near Uvalde County, Rock Springs, and even out towards Del Rio right now. But again, a couple more bands expected to move on through. These are all coming from this upper level low over Mexico. That's been the driving force for these multiple bands of rain and freezing rain, because earlier today we did have some regular rain track on through the area. But that upper level low has really set off a lot of bands of freezing rain across not just our area, but the state as well, and a lot of these extending up into the Midwest as well. So we're seeing some pretty good activity coming from this upper level low. We do have a few warnings in place, ice storm warnings over our northern counties. We have winter storm warnings for Bexar County and out to the west and even out to the east. And then we got winter weather advisories down to the southwest. All of these go until noon on Sunday. So going throughout the rest of the night, a couple more bands of freezing rain will be tracking through the area, not just around the metro, but even out to the west over in Del Rio as well. And then as we go throughout the night, as we get closer to about 5 o'clock in the morning, everything is going to start to move out of our area. So about 5 to 5:30, I think things will be completely dry. By the time it's all said and done, picking up about ½ inch of ice over our northern counties and then up to about ¼ inch of ice elsewhere across the viewing area. But I think down to the southwest, these areas from Devine down to Cotulla, you guys are going to stay above freezing, so I don't think we're going to see any wintry issues down there. Lately, those temperatures have been trending in the mid-30s, so that's some good news for you guys. But these are the accumulations we're expecting by the time it's all said and done. Now, I do want to go back real quick because I want to show you guys when you do have up to ½ inch of ice, that's where power outages are more likely. So be aware of that. If you live in these areas, you may lose power for a period of time. Off to the north and then elsewhere, that'll be more on an isolated basis, because once you get up to about ¼ inch of ice, that's when the chances for power outages becomes a little bit lower, not zero, but just a little bit more of an isolated incidence in that regard. Now, looking outside, supposed to be San Antonio International. Can't really see anything out there because of freezing rain. Had a nice layer of ice on the camera out there. Obviously, we're seeing temperatures below freezing across the board. We've been paying close attention to those road temperatures, and you can see down to the southwest, road temperatures have been staying well above freezing, but in and around downtown and off to the north, now the road temperatures are below the freezing mark. So now roadways are going to become an issue, and unfortunately, they're going to stay that way as we head throughout the night through early Sunday morning. I want to show you guys 4,000 feet above us. Temperatures have been warmer, and this is why we've been seeing the freezing rain, because all precipitation will start as ice crystals in the far upper levels of the atmosphere. It'll hit the warm layer. That's where those temperatures will melt that ice. It becomes rain, but then as it hits the ground, where temperatures are freezing, it freezes onto the surface, and that's why we've been seeing freezing rain across our area. Going throughout the day on Sunday, going to be cloudy, temperatures in the low 30s, cold as we head throughout the day. Maybe a couple spots get above the freezing mark during the afternoon, but most of us, I think, are going to stay on the cold side for sure. And then looking ahead to Monday morning, keep in mind, record cold even after this system is gone. 20 degrees, 1897 is the record low for Monday morning right now. But look at these morning lows that we're expected to see, mid to upper teens. So be prepared for some cold mornings. Then looking further ahead, those cold temperatures will stay with us through the middle of the week, with both daytime highs and morning lows starting to warm up more, especially as we get to your Friday.